y'all boys? It's Dubman. Today I'm coming at you with another reaction video. This is sent to me on my Instagram at tv.doug. If you have a video you want to send to me, make sure you send it to me on there. But man, Michael Jackson versus Eminem, what really happened? Now look, all I know is that Michael Jackson, I think Eminem dissed him in a song or something like that. And Michael, I don't know. I think Michael Jackson bought his whole music catalog. Goat. Goat move, don't mess with Michael Jackson. But man, in this one, bro, two great artists, bro. I wish they would have. It would have been crazy. They would have made a song together. I don't know how they would have came together to make a song, but that would have been fire. But Michael Jackson is a goat. You know what I'm saying? In this video, I'm going with Mike, of course. Gotta go with my boy Mike. Wrong or right? Simple. But man, I am ready to get into this video. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you want me to react to next. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at tb.dub. And let's go ahead and get into this.
Before we get into the video, go ahead and check out my new podcast, the Diverse Mentality Podcast, where I give my take on news that's happening in hip-hop, new music, and go over crazy stories in hip-hop that nobody's heard about. I deliver 2 new episodes a week, and it's available on every single streaming platform from Spotify to Apple Podcasts and much more. So go ahead and check it out. The link is in the description below. Leave a like on this video. It helps it out a lot. And subscribe when you do. Also,
most of my life doing what I do, and I've never attacked another fellow artist.
Facts.
Great artists don't do that.
Ooh, he ain't have to say it like that. It's crazy seeing Mike talk bad to people, bro. Bo was like the nicest person, bro.
Another fellow artist. Great artists don't do that.
He ain't have to say it like that. He ain't have to. What really happened between Michael Jackson and Eminem?
To have him, I've always admired him, and to have him do something like that, to have him, I've always admired him.
Michael Jackson now owns the rights to Eminem's back catalog after his partnership company, Sony. Dang, bro. Bro, Michael Jackson had to be a smart businessman, bro. Bro, what? You trying to beef with me, bro? I'm finna own your music. This.
To have him do something like that was pretty painful as an artist to him. Really, it's silly. It's kind of elementary. But I hope he's having fun.
Dang, people forget that this man from Gary, Indiana. People forget that Michael Jackson, bro. People forget Michael was like that. Mike wasn't no punk. Don't let the soft voice
it's kind of elementary. But I hope he's having fun.
Mike.
Take my breath.
what up guys, your boy Quake, and welcome to a new series called What Really Happened. In this series, I'm going to focus on people who had issues with each other that didn't go to diss tracks or didn't lead to anything really that serious. As you guys know, I have the series.
Can you imagine a diss track from Michael Jackson
and
to
in
Eminem?
that series, I focus on main beefs that really went serious, and diss tracks were sent back and forth. And then
hey, if y'all want me to react to those videos, let me know.
And I voice my opinion on who I think won. And this series is what really happened. And on this, it's going to be less detail and less of a serious issue amongst the people. And it's going to be for newer beefs. Beefs that just started, that have history, but haven't finished. And we don't know where they're going to go. So with that being said, let's start with the first one that I felt was a great way to start this series. And it's Eminem versus Michael Jackson. And most people have no idea that these two even had any issues, and they had no idea how the story even went. And it's very interesting. Although no diss tracks were sent amongst each other, the story got very interesting as the years went on. And these two are arguably the biggest artists ever. Of course, Michael Jackson is. He's the biggest star ever known on this planet Earth, and Eminem is damn near close to that. So these two have an issue.
That's cap, and I like Eminem, but no, No. Nobody's coming close
on
to
this
Mike.
planet
Let's
Earth,
be real, bro.
and Eminem is damn near close to that. So
He's
these
not,
two
let's
having
be real.
issues, if it really scaled to something more serious, would have been huge, but it didn't. It only stayed on one track, and then it kind of spiraled on to business things, and that's what I want to dive into. So let's get into how the issues between Eminem and Michael Jackson even began. Things would seemingly start on November 19th, 2002, when Michael Jackson decided to dangle his 9-month-old son, Prince, at that time, over a balcony. He ended up getting backlash for this and said that he held his son really tight when he held him over the balcony and only did that to show his fans. Months later, on June 24, 2003, Eminem was out doing his world tour, which was the Anger Management Tour. And while out in the UK, he ended up in Glasgow, Scotland, and fans were surrounding his hotel. So what did Eminem do? He did the exact same thing Michael Jackson did, but in a joking way with a fake baby, tossing it up, wearing the mask like Michael Jackson did, and just making fun of him the whole time. Michael Jackson, though, never responded to this, so Eminem felt he had to take things to the next level. And on November 19th, 2003, he got his chance to do that.
So, like, what did that come from, though? Or was he just, like, trying to make, like, was he just, like, making a joke? Oh, he was probably just trolling before trolling was a thing. Like, to be honest, like, why did he do that? Or it was probably just a big thing. And everybody was just talking
Michael
about
Jackson, though, never responded to this, so Eminem felt he had to take things to the next level. And on November 19th, 2003, he got his chance to do that. Michael Jackson found himself in some hot water once again. There was an official arrest warrant issued for Michael Jackson. And due to YouTube guidelines, I can't say exactly what it was, but let's just say it was Michael Jackson doing something with kids. And just weeks later...
And I'm going to tell you this. I'm finna keep pausing. But that boy is 100% innocent. Always. But how many times... I'm going to ask you this right now. If somebody touched your kid, would you want money? What? If somebody touched your kid, would you accept money? I would want that person behind bars. Let's be real. Come on, bro. Like, this man is 100% honest, but once again, you hear a lie, you're going to believe it. Like, especially for years and years, you're going to believe it.
Later, he ended up turning himself in, and now he was in some deep
He was a black man doing it all. Of course they going to. You got it.
And really,
they going to say something about you.
Point. Months went on as Michael Jackson was fighting for his freedom. Eminem was working on his 5th studio album, Encore. And on September 28th, 2004, he dropped the first single, Just Lose It. Then on October 3rd, 2004, he dropped the official video for Just Lose It, and this is when Eminem and Michael Jackson officially had problems. The concept for the music video was Eminem playing parodies of various celebrities, such as MC Hammer, Pee Wee Herman, Madonna, and even Eminem himself in the 8 Mile movie, and of course, Michael Jackson.
Basically, our day here today is going to be mostly staged, where we're going to have M and his multi-characters. So starting out with him as Pee Wee Herman, and then we jump into him as
I used to watch
MC
Pee Wee Herman so much,
and we do a little gender change, and he'll jump out here as Madonna. Every video just gets worse and worse. Then finally, we'll end up with him as Michael Jackson.
Although he was playing various parodies of other celebrities, Michael Jackson was the one who got it the worst. He poked fun at Michael Jackson's plastic surgery with his nose falling off in the video and him chasing it. He also made fun of the incident back in 1984 when Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire while filming a Pepsi commercial. And he finally touched on the topic that was the hottest topic at that time for Michael Jackson, which was the allegations of him doing something with kids. On top of
I'm
that,
not gonna cap, bro. Come here, little kitties on my lap. Yes, dudes. See, look, I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't know you and you was talking about like stuff that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I would be heated too. He mentioned them. He mentioned the surgery. He mentioned his hair catching on fire. And then he mentioned like the allegation that was going on, bro. I would have been heated too. I'm not gonna lie. I would have said something.
Finally touched on the topic that was the hottest topic.
I didn't know it was all this. I thought he was just making fun of his face in the video. I didn't know it was all this
for Michael Jackson, which was the allegations of him doing something with kids. On top of that, Michael Jackson got the worst of it because in the actual lyrics, he was going at him as well. Roughly a week later, on October 12th, 2004, Michael Jackson called in on Steve Harvey's morning show in Los Angeles. Michael Jackson, during the interview, said, "I am very angry at Eminem's depiction of me in his video. I feel that it is outrageous and disrespectful. It is one thing to spoof, but it is another to be demeaning and insensitive. I've admired Eminem as an artist and was shocked by this. The video was inappropriate and disrespectful to me, my children, my family, and the community at large." During the interview, Steve...
See, that's what I'm trying... Like, where did this beef come from? Why did Eminem say this?
Children, my family, and the community at large. During the interview, Steve Harvey himself said that he has been revoked from having a hip-hop pass. And on top of that, Michael Jackson asked that video stations like VH1, MTV, and BET have the video removed. And at the time, the only company that agreed with that was BET. And the following day, Michael Jackson revealed that he is planning to sue Eminem over the Just Lose It music video.
Dang, see this, I'm finna pause a lot. BET, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Black Entertainment, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It makes sense on why they would do that, but
revealed
that's
that
crazy.
He is planning to sue Eminem over the Just Lose It music video. As time went on, Michael Jackson never followed up with that lawsuit. But what did follow up was his fans protesting to have the Just Lose It music video removed on every single video platform, such as MTV, VH1, Music Choice, and many more. On November 11, 2004, Michael Jackson fans went outside Times Square in front of TRL, which was MTV's show. They protested that Eminem's Just Lose It music video get removed from their platform. This was one day before Eminem
that man got a lot of fans,
his
bro.
fifth studio album, Encore. Michael Jackson got word of the protests and decided to call in and voice how appreciative he is of his fans.
As a pro-Michael Jackson rally as fans of the King of Pop protest Eminem's new video that pokes fun at Michael Jackson in a very personal way. Fox News' Geraldo Rivera is in the middle of it all in Times Square with the latest and a possible surprise guest. Hi there, Geraldo.
Hi, Terry. Here I am just in the shadow of MTV. This is a group of Michael Jackson supporters, as you mentioned, including some of the officials of his fan club.
Michael Jackson,
but they're here to protest the music channel's continuing refusal to pull that controversial video by Eminem called Just Lose It. The video is a savage, even racist parody of the embattled King of Pop. And it's so bad that Black Entertainment Television and some other media outlets have decided to yank it. MTV, though, is resisting, and so this group of fans have...
I'm not gonna lie. Like, why would BET show you, like, making fun of a black artist? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to pick. I'm not picking sides at all. I really want to know why did Eminem? Maybe Michael Jackson said something, did something that we don't know about. Because why would he just start? You know what I'm saying? Like just doing this out of nowhere. That's why I want to know. But why would BET show that video? Let's be real. Let's be real. It's
and
Michael Jackson
think we
too.
may have on the telephone right now a surprise caller in his first live interview on network television, at least a year as far as I know. I believe Michael Jackson is there. Are you there, Michael?
How are you, Geraldo?
Okay, buddy, let me ask you, how do you feel, Michael, about the continuing support you've gotten from your fans despite all you've gone through?
Well, Geraldo, it's because of my fans that I'm calling you today. I mean, I feel they're the best fans in the world, and I decided,
that's no cap.
rather than have anyone else speak for me, that I would do it myself, you know. And I want to thank my fans for their strong support over the years. They could have...
Not gonna cap. I'm gonna play it out, but dressing up as Michael Jackson, bro. I love Michael Jackson, but come on, bro. You know, as people going on tour dressing up as Michael Jackson, I get it, but come on, God.
I want to thank my fans for their strong support over the years. They could have been anywhere today, you know, and they chose to be in New York on Times Square. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. They have written thousands and thousands of letters and have made hundreds of calls regarding the Eminem video. And I love them so, so much. In London, over 4,000 people showed up on my behalf. And I want to thank Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton, Minister Farrakhan, The Source, Steve Harvey, Bob Johnson and BET, Kathy Hughes and Radio 1, and all the many others who have supported me. And Geraldo, I want to also thank you for your friendship and everything, all the wonderful things you've been doing. Thank you so, so much. And I made my feelings clear about the Eminem video. I think that it's demeaning and disrespectful, but I also want to make it clear that it's not just about Michael Jackson, but a pattern of disrespect that he has shown to our community. He needs to stop it, and he needs to stop it now.
Michael, let me just say that I support you because I believe that you're getting a raw deal.
That's the first time I've seen him like
by Eminem, but in a lot of other aspects of life that I don't need to mention.
Ultimately, the protests didn't work because Eminem's team came back with the rebuttal that it was violation of freedom of speech. And even for BET, they made the argument that if they allowed Nelly's tip drill, which at the time was demeaning towards women on BET, they should allow Just Lose It on there because it's not demeaning towards anybody. After the release of Encore, Eminem did various interviews, and in the interviews, he was asked about Michael Jackson and why he went at him in the video.
The video, Just Lose It.
Boys have the biggest crush on her. Boy, you don't know.
Now,
you don't understand.
The Stone article, you're a fan of Michael Jackson. You've always been a fan of him. So if there was one thing you could say right now to him, what would it be? Because I know that wasn't an intentional thing that Slim Shady did.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional, but I'm just happy that Michael Jackson has heard of me. Like, it was completely meant to be all in jest, as with the MC Hammer, the Madonna, the Pee Wee Herman,
right.
You know, as with all of my videos, you know, most of them.
Fun.
You know, fun. Pepsi commercial. Michael Jackson's hair catching on fire.
And were you surprised at the reaction from Michael Jackson to the representation of his image in the song and in the video?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised at Michael Jackson's reaction. The video wasn't to pass judgment on anything. You know, he may have felt like he got it the worst because of what he's going through or whatever, but that wasn't the ultimate intention. Was, let's get Michael Jackson right now.
His response...
I ain't gonna cap, bro. Not gonna cap. I mess with Eminem. But, bro, come on. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. If you going through something, if you went through what Michael Jackson went through with the whole allegation thing and all that, and then somebody make a video about that, he got it the worst. Let's be real. He was coming for Michael Jackson. He was the biggest superstar of all time. He went for him. He got what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I'm looking at it, bro. Eminem a troll, bro. Eminem is a troll, and he did that on purpose. Let's be real. Let's be real.
You know, he may have felt like he got it the worst because of what he's going through or whatever, but that wasn't the ultimate intention. Was, let's get Michael Jackson right now.
His
the video, it
was
was.
To say he respects you as an artist, and he himself as an artist wouldn't do that, wouldn't portray someone in that kind of light.
But parodies have been the jumpstart of my career, what launched me, what how my name is. You're playing characters. You know, Weird Al Yankovic did it. I didn't hear no flack from that. In the third verse, when I break the rap down, I'm even making fun of myself.
After weeks of addressing Michael Jackson in Eminem's
has been doing parodies
Stevie
for a while.
Wonder came to defend Michael Jackson when he was doing his Billboard interview on December 6th, 2004.
Stevie,
in his
legend.
interview, he said this, that he was really disappointed in Eminem. He said, kicking someone when he's down is not a good thing. I have much respect for his work, though I don't think he's as good as the late rapper Tupac. But I was disappointed that he would let himself go to such a level. He has succeeded on the backs of people predominantly in the lower pay bracket, people of color. So for him to come out like that is bullshit. Following this, a couple months later, on January 20th, 2000.
Oh, Stevie? Bro, Stevie and Michael Jackson, I did not, bro. They like the nicest people, bro. Stevie said something. He said he has succeeded on the backs of people predominantly in the lower pay bracket, people of color. So for him to come out like that, that's crazy. That's crazy.
For him to come out like that is bullshit. Following this, a couple months later, on January 20th, 2005, Michael Jackson finally responded fully towards Eminem with his sit-down with Geraldo on Fox News.
It's a criminology in mankind that I don't like. That part of it, that kind of, you know, envy. But then there's a beautiful side to mankind too, isn't it?
Facts.
But not to Eminem. We've spoken about it. I think that you should. Why not?
Speak about what?
About Eminem and this disrespect that he showed you. Stevie Wonder said that he was piling on and how really rude it was for someone who made his money from the community, as Eminem has, to now diss the community in a sense, and a racist, and I've said it, very old-faced, bigoted kind of presentation. Tell us how that hurt you and how you're feeling about it now.
I've never met Mr. Eminem, and
he was being funny. Nah, he was being funny. Ain't no way he just called him Mr. Eminem. He was being
I've never
funny.
met Mr. Eminem, and to have him, I've always admired him, and to have him do something like that was pretty painful as an artist to another artist.
Eminem and Reese Sims, Michael is a music legend. Okay, that's facts.
Was pretty painful as an artist to another artist, and it's sad because, well, I think what Stevie Wonder said is true, and I just don't want to say too much more than that. But he should be ashamed of himself, what he's doing. Stevie said he's bull. Is what he said.
Stevie did.
Michael Cussy? What the? I keep forgetting he was
doing. Stevie said he's bull. Is what he said.
Stevie did, and
He used the word.
He is bull.
That's what he said. I mean, I'm not saying what Stevie said it. And Stevie is he's amazing. He's one of the sweetest men in the world.
Yeah.
You know.
So when Stevie said that, did you feel a tremendous sense of reassurance of brotherly love there?
Yes, I love Stevie Wonder. To me, he's a musical prophet, and I always love him. But a lot of people respect Stevie, and he's a very strong entity in this medium, in this business. And when he speaks, people listen. And it was wrong of Eminem to do what he did. I've been an artist most of my life doing what I do, and I've never attacked another fellow artist.
That's fact.
Great artists don't do that.
Oh, snap.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, snap.
I mentioned Janet's, fiasco and the exaggerated response to it. Once again, do you think he only did it because he knew he could get away with it because you're Michael Jackson?
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt. Really, it's silly. It's kind of elementary, but I hope he's having fun.
It's like a poo-poo joke.
Yes.
I'm not gonna cap. Alright, I'm not picking sides, bro, but I honestly feel like that was true. He did it because it was Michael Jackson. He thought he could get away with it. Now, it's crazy because he has been making like those type of videos for a minute. He said, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple, and that's true. He has, but bro, it's just a kid joke. Like, I feel like in all the videos, Michael Jackson did get it the worst. Let's be real.
It's silly. It's kind of elementary, but I hope he's having fun.
It's like a poo-poo joke.
Dang.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it still hurts your feelings, and you don't want your kids to see it.
Oh God, I would hate it if they saw it. I would hate that.
Do you want them to know that?
To know about it? No.
Yeah.
After that, nothing more was said between Michael Jackson and Eminem directly. Eminem sometimes in interviews in 2005 would take subliminal shots at Michael Jackson, but that's really about it.
This is from Will H. in Detroit.
What's up, Will H?
Hey, I'm a big fan and a new father. Can you give me 5 rules on how to be a good father?
Don't beat your kids.
No, you gotta beat your kids.
Don't cover them with blankets.
Gotta beat your kids.
Don't put masks on them. Teach them English and sign language.
Facts.
Teach them to be bilingual. And teach them how to love one another.
Years went on, and as time went on, Michael Jackson and Eminem never said anything about each other. Eminem was facing personal problems with his best friend Proof passing away and his own drug addiction problem. In the meantime, Michael Jackson was looking to expand his business portfolio. And on May 31st, 2007, Michael Jackson would finally get his payback towards Eminem because his company, Sony/ATV, purchased the publishing company, Famous Music, for $370 million. And Famous Music owns some of Eminem's back catalog, which contained some of his biggest hits. The article said Michael Jackson now owns the rights to Eminem's back catalog after his partnership company, Sony/ATV, purchased the publishing company, Famous Music, for $370 million. Shakira and Beck are also among the many artists whose publishing rights were sold by Viacom, of which Famous Music is a subsidiary at the auction yesterday afternoon. Yesterday's deal means Sony/ATV owns the rights to over 125,000 songs, of which Eminem is one of the most high profile and profitable. In a statement, Jackson said, "This is a milestone event for Sony/ATV Music Publishing. The diverse collection of songs in this catalog range from timeless classics to contemporary hits, and I am pleased to add the acquisition of famous music to Sony/ATV."
Bro, just think about it.
Now, the
beefing with this man and he just own your music. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, just based off that, he won. But I want to see the ending
of famous music
on how this
to
ends.
Sony/ATV. Now, the common misconception about this story was that Michael Jackson owned all of Eminem's music back catalog. That is not the truth. He owned a couple of hits, a couple of songs here and there. Some of them that were named were Without Me and The Real Slim Shady. Following this, in the year 2009, Eminem and Michael Jackson were both preparing for their comebacks. Eminem ended up delivering his new album Relapse and had a huge comeback. Michael Jackson's comeback was looking to deliver concert shows at the O2 Arena in London. He was going to call it This Is It until June 25th, 2009. On that day, unfortunately, Michael Jackson passed away at the age of 50. In December 2009, Eminem did a cover of Complex magazine. And on the cover, he did an interview, and this is where he briefly spoke about Michael Jackson and his passing. The interviewer said, "When the details of Michael Jackson's death came to light, did you see any parallels?" Eminem said, "Oh, 100%. When you read things about Michael Jackson, it's hard to decipher what the F is true. But there's the story of how he woke up at whatever time and he needed something to go back to sleep because he had this or that and it didn't work. That's exactly what used to happen to me. I would take a couple of pills, I would be up an hour later and I'd want more. Then I'd take more and that would be enough to maybe get me back to sleep for 2 more hours. Then I'd be wide awake again, so I definitely can relate. It's a shame. If you didn't have anybody there to just say, 'Michael, you're an addict, you need help.' It's one of those pitfalls of fame. I could just say, 'Yo, I need this and this and this,' and they're going to give me whatever I want," because the interviewer interrupts and says, "Because you're Eminem."
Not
He
gonna
said,
cap,
"Exactly, it's effed up. The worst thing that could have happened to me as an addict was having money."
That's why, bro, celebrities, they don't need yes man. You need real friends. You need real friends. You don't need
Years
people that
later,
tell you
on
yes
March
all the
15,
time.
2016, Sony ended up buying back Michael Jackson's music catalog rights for Sony/ATV, which he owned 50% of, for $750 million.
Sony
the
is
US
evil,
Today
I'm not
wrote
gonna
the
lie.
agreement for Jackson's half share of the Sony/ATV
The music industry
publishing
is
catalog
evil, bro.
will give the company sole ownership of the works by the Beatles, Bob Dylan, and other hit-making musicians, including Eminem and Taylor Swift. The deal is another posthumous blockbuster deal for Jackson, whose estate has erased the singer's massive debts through a mixture of new music and movie ventures and re-releases of the singer's most popular music. Jackson's estate benefits his mother and 3 children, and the Sony CEO said this: "This agreement further demonstrates Sony's commitment to the entertainment business and our firm belief that these businesses will continue to contribute to our success for years to come." This sale does not include rights to Jackson's master recordings or the songs that he wrote, and the singer's estate will continue to have stake in EMI Publishing Inc. They said this transaction further allows us to continue our efforts of maximizing the value of Michael's estate for the benefit of his children. It also further validates Michael's foresight and genius in investing in music publishing.
They
Jackson
killed that
purchased
man, bro.
the
I don't think he
ATV
did,
portion
but
of the catalog in 1985
if he is, they killed him,
$41.5
bro.
million, and he later merged it with Sony.
The man owned
It
half
remained
of your
his
company.
most lucrative
Come on,
asset
man.
at the time of his death in June
And he was
2009
black.
at age 50.
Okay.
Though by that point, Jackson was hundreds of millions of dollars in debt.
That's cap.
So that's
That don't
crazy.
even make sense, bro. Michael Jackson in debt, bro. Come on, bro.
Investment
And
that
he
he
just owned. Come on, bro.
Initially made
Like, come on, bro.
$41.5 million.
This stuff don't make
ended up
sense.
returning him up to $750 million through all those artists' catalogs. And that's it for the Michael Jackson versus Eminem story. It started out as a joke that Michael Jackson didn't like, and then Michael Jackson down the line ended up purchasing some of Eminem's music catalog, and now it ended back in Sony's hands. So that's it for this story. Let me know what you got.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The music industry is very weird. I'm not gonna lie, don't trust it. Never will. Never will. Don't even want to go to Hollywood to visit. Don't trust it. But man, this was an amazing video. Bro, me personally, I feel like Eminem was just trolling, but he did it to the wrong person. Like I feel like Eminem was trolling, but he, like, you know, like he was trolling, but come on, bro, like he was coming for Michael Jackson. Let's be real, he did that on purpose. But man, me personally, I feel like Michael Jackson won. I'm not gonna tell you. He ain't say nothing bad about him. He just bought the man music catalog. Go. But man, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you want me to react to next. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at tv.dub. Yeah, man. I'm out.